I mean, I don't think it's so much mechanics. It was just kind of command. That kind of comes and goes. I thought his mechanics were good. I thought his stuff was good. But 35 pitch first inning, and you hit a guy, you walk a couple, almost skated out of it, and I don't think it's mechanics. I think it's just him being in the zone a little bit more.
John, before the home opener, you told us that you needed to actually see how the outfield wall was going to play. You've had a few games now. You've had 2 series. What do you think of how it plays so far?
Pretty fair. There were some balls that I think we thought were going to leave that didn't, especially to right field. Looked like it carried a little bit to left field, a little bit more, but it played pretty fair. Balls that were bouncing off of them were pretty true. I'm sure there's going to be some quirks along the way, but it was pretty good.
Last year, Manoah was in the zone a lot, attacking hitters. Hasn't really been there quite as consistently this year. What is the difference? Like, what does he have to do to get to the point that he's in the zone more?
It's like strike 1, strike 2, right? It's like first 3 pitches of the at-bat, you got to get 2 strikes. And I think his stuff really plays. I think that's where he was last year. Right now, not so much. For him to really kind of get rolling, it's just like strike 1, strike 2 out of the first 3 pitches. So you can really say that about anybody, but I think when he's in the zone, his stuff just plays really well off one another.
For you guys, was McClanahan doing anything specific, or?
No, he's good. I mean, he's a good pitcher. He's been good for a while. I thought our approach early was good. Came back with a run in the first. He had a really good mix going. It was, starting soft and then finishing you with a fastball, and then he'd reach back and get 98 when he wanted it. He was pretty much on today after the first inning. So you got to tip your hat.
And just overall, 2 series win, 4-2 at home in your first homestand. Like, what are your thoughts overall about how the week went?
I thought it was great. You win 2 series. You're 4-2 in the homestand. Rays obviously coming in here hot and taking 2 from them. Great crowds. It was awesome to see the crowd and the energy here. Early in April. So yeah, you keep plodding along. You win 2 out of 3. You move on to another tough series tomorrow.
John, this is like the first time in Alex's, and I apologize if this has been asked before, in Alex's career that he's ever struggled, like professionally, period. How difficult is it to work through that? How much of a surprise is it for someone to hit a bump when they never have before?
Well, I mean, it's going to happen at any point in time, I think, in anyone's career, pitcher, hitter, whatever it is. You got all the confidence in the world in that dude to really kind of rebound, dig deep, and he's one of the best competitors in the game. So it's you go through it, you learn from it, you get better. We have all the confidence in the world that he's going to do that, and he's been big for us for a long time now, for a couple of years now. So it shouldn't be any different going forward.
A follow up to that, John, because he hasn't struggled like this at all in his career, is he showing any signs of frustration? How's he handling it?
No, he's fine. He's handling it good. Again, he just wants to win. He's always going to compete. You saw it even in the first inning, that long inning. He's going to compete his ass off no matter what. So everything in between starts has been good. Conversations with him are good. It's the ebb and flow of any young player's career. Kind of, you're going to hit some spots where you're not thrilled, but again, just really confident that he's going to come out of it.
Just also wondering how Jordan's doing. How did he come out of yesterday, and what is his prognosis going forward?
Yeah, he's feeling much better today. He probably, maybe another day to get him ready, but maybe not. See how he wakes up tomorrow after the flight. But he was feeling much better today, so that was dodged a bullet, literally.
Heading to Houston, I know they're off to a slow start this season, but what are you expecting? What type of challenge do you think they'll give your team?
Yeah, they're good. I mean, they're a good team, defending World Series champs. So they're a good team. They can swing it. They got good pitching. I don't really put too much stock in how they're going right now. It's a really good major league team. So I think you gotta, bear down. Continue the offensive approach that we've had so far this season, and play our game.
John, just looking at the season overall and what you've gotten from the bullpen, what are your how have they played, and considering your expectations for that unit coming into the season?
Yeah, I think they've been good. Maybe a hiccup here or there for a couple of guys, but, I love that they're ready to go in any situation. Like Trev today, 2 clean innings, saving us a little bit. Timmy Meza was efficient. They've all been, Swanee, Yimmy, Simber, you can say it, Zach Pop, kind of emerging a little bit. They've been great. I think that, you don't want to try to kill them early. I feel like we've gone to them early a little bit early in the year, and but they've answered the bell. So, pleased with them.
For a manager, what are these first 2 or 3 weeks like, trying to figure out kind of the pecking order and where you want to use those guys?
I mean, we have that kind of figured out before the season. You kind of do it based on who you're facing a little bit and try to put guys in the right spots. So I think with that, you kind of see, a little bit of the mentality come out in certain situations, and you make your decision that way. But again, I think we've done a really good job of kind of raising the floor of our bullpen to where you can have multiple guys you can count on.
All right, thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.